The views expressed by our guests in the following video are solely the opinions of our guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and or opinions of the Ola 7 podcast show. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello guys and welcome to the Ola 7 podcast, and it is a beautiful day. It is a Monday, and as usual we bring you the Genius Kids. This is the show where we sit down and celebrate young talents, young passions, young minds reshaping the future. And today on this episode I am so excited to be hosting this young lady. She is a public speaker. She is a mbira player. She's also a leader in her own right because she has been sitting in the junior parliament for some time. She's also visually impaired, and we're going to be talking about her extraordinary journey because she's also pursuing her academics, right? And she's all about girl power. So I am so excited to be hosting Shalom Chiuriri on this show, and I'm your host Aisha Nyanzunda. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and also share this video so that it helps somebody. Shalom, hello, and welcome to the Genius Kids.
Thank you, Aisha. Hello, Zimbabwe. I answer to the name Shalom Chiuriri as you hear. Oh, I'm so thrilled to join you here.
Right. So for those who are just meeting Shalom for the first time, can you just tell us who is Shalom? I know I already said you do all those wonderful things, but chimbotuza kuti Shalom, who is Shalom, anotane zvei, and what's happening there?
Oh, you want to know who is Shalom?
Yes.
Shalom is me. Shalom is someone who is visually impaired. Mm-hmm. You know, she lost her eyesight in the year 2011. And Shalom is also a public speaker, a motivational speaker. You know, she is also a singer. She plays the thumb piano, what we know as the mbira in Shona. She's also a dancer. You forgot.
I forgot you're a dancer.
Yeah, she can dance also. And Shalom, she can do all the things, and she can excel very well in her academics.
That is wonderful. And that is why you're here on the Genius Kids, because we are all about celebrating people who take up space, people who do wonderful things with the little or the much that they have. That's what we do here on the Genius Kids. Yeah. So let me take you back, Ku Mashure. You said you lost your sight in 2011.
Yes.
Would you mind sharing that with us? What happened and how it changed your life?
Okay. In 2011, I was 6 years old. So, pangandine 6 years, ndandiri ku holiday kumba kwa gogo, and then it was during the night because kwakatoleta kuma 10:10. So vanhu vanga vakatogara mukitchen vachitotandara vachisongora nzungu and stuff. So vanati ndada inonorara, and then my grand just said go and what, go and sleep. Ndatopa ndada kubuda, and then my eyesight yatongoenda, but I thought andichaone. And then vakatombati you are lying. No, I told them no, I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth. Vakazobhelieve patopaya kuti she was telling the truth kuti chi achatoone, and that was all.
Right. So you were 6 years old.
Yeah.
And like, do you remember how then your life changed from that time? Yekuti by this time wangato grade 1.
That year ndandato grade 1 ndichitoenda kuchikoro.
Okay.
Chainzi chitekwe primary in Mtoko.
Right. So apo wanga kutodzidzira kunyora, and then now you had to learn braille, right?
Yeah.
So just tell me kuti after 2011 upenyu wa Shalom wakachinja say from, you know, the time that she had her eyesight and now she doesn't have her eyesight, akufana ku adjust to the new reality.
It was difficult to adapt to the environment because I started to go at Murewa Primary School in the year 2013. That's when I started to learn how to write using braille. But it was difficult because you face the challenges of stigmatization, discrimination. You know, if you're a blind person or if you have something that can show that you are disability or you have something chakasiyana nevamwe, unosangana maproblems akasiyana. Saka inini ndakazo adapta patopaya. I've got this friend of mine akandibatsira kubva primary kusvika up to now, and I really want to thank you anonzi Roxanne. Pakufamba ndaitondzidzisa pakufamba. Right now I can walk alone. I can iron my clothes alone. I can wash my clothes alone. everything I can do.
All right. So that is very nice. You have explained kuti upenyu kwauri wakachinja, say you had to learn to do all these things. What of like the people at home? How did their lives change? How did their lives change? Because, you know, it happened to you, but it also affects everyone else around you.
Yeah, it affects everyone around me. It takes a time for my relatives to accept that was the situation yakauya. So as time goes on, vakatozozvigamuchira vatoona kuti achi ndo zvatoisa sei zvatopo. Otherwise zvakanetsa kuti vanhu vazvigamuchire kuedza kumboenda mahospital zvakaramba. Vazongoti achi ndo zvatatozvo Mwari ndo zvavakaita sei zvavakaronga. And I told them kuti don't worry, God has a very big plan for me, according to Jeremiah 29 verse 11. For I know the plans that I have for you, the plans to prosper, not to harm. So when I became blind, God knows the reason why I became blind, because everything is done for a reason. So I told my parents, I told my grandmother, and I told my father, no, don't worry, don't even cry, because it is a blessing.
All right, wonderful. And now let's talk about your education. You mentioned kuti wakazotanga grade 1. Wait, did you go back to grade 1?
Yeah, I went back to grade 1.
That was in 2013.
Yeah, no, in 2013, it was just a level of learning how to write using Braille. And then 2014, grade 1.
That's when you started grade 1.
Yes.
All right. So how was your experience at Murewa Primary School?
Yeah, Murewa Primary School, I learned a lot of things. When I was grade 1, nantori class nevamwe tichitodzidza zvakanaka. But what I loved most, it is that pataidzidza nevamwe vanoonawo takatoona kuti kozvane ndiri kutogona kutokunda vanhu vanotoonawo. So because at first they were saying iwe utombofa wakatikunda, and I was like no guys, tiri kungotrya chikuru ndatongoenda chikoro ndadzidza kuti ndoziva kuti ndonyora sei. But the most thing ndaitokunda vanhu vanotoona up to grade 7 ndichitoona ko vanhu vaya vari anozoda kuvabvunza kuti ko muripi maiti mimi munondikunda. But no, ndakatodzidza zvakawanda pamurewa Central Primary School. That's when I started kuita public speaking. Zvese zvandinoita izvo ndopandakazvidzidzira.
Right. So how old were you when you started public speaking?
When I started public speaking, I was 9 years old.
9 years old. Yes. And then you also do music, that is singing and the thumb piano.
Yes.
How old were you when you started that?
I was 12 years old.
And then you also dance.
Yeah.
How old were you when you started dancing?
No, it was last year. It's okay.
All right. So let's talk about the decision to start playing the thumb piano. That is at the age of 9, right?
Yes.
What happened? How did you start? Or someone said, Shalom,
no, it was at school.
Okay.
At Mashonaland Central Primary School in the year 2018, when I was grade 5. So there's this other teacher known as Mr. Chawasengwa, the music teacher. So vanoida kuenda kunoona the first lady Amai Mnangagwa. Vazvanzi tikuda vana chi5 vanoridza mbira. Then vanatonzwawo sound kwairidzwa mbira vanhu vakagara paassembly. And then I was like, you guys, what are you doing here? Zvazi tikuridza mbira izvi hazvigonekwe nemi. Ndikati ayewa chimbomira ikani. Zvikanzvonzvo ayewa zvanizvozvo nase tikuda vanhu 5 ndikandogona kungoita 6 futi. Vanhu vatangodzidzira mbira zvikanzi but zvinogona zokunetsa mani. Ndikati ayewa mirai muri kubata key nambani panapa. Zvikanzi zviri kudzisa makey. Ndikati ayewa mirai ndibate inini. Mati key number 3 neuku. Ndopandakatanga kunzwa sound yavairidza, and then I started to play. Hasecho wasengwa vakutosarudza vanhu paya. And then I was the first one to be chosen. It was like, you guys, matoona zvanga chitokudzai. Zvinhu izvi tozvigoona izvi kutopfura imimi. And then people were like, iwe unonyepedzera kuti aone, but unongosona. So matangira ndakatoita. From there, nandakutoridza mbira, ndakutoenda mumacompetitions, tichitoenda kwakasiyana-siyana. Ndichitoita zvakasiyana-siyana.
All right. So do you get this often zvekunzi uri kunyepedzera kuti aone?
Zvakaitika pakawanda because ndokunongosvika panzvimbo ndoti what are you writing? Where are you seated quietly? Munotonti iyo uri kunyepedzera kuti hauoni wazviona sei enge zvesho ndo zvandakatoita ndakagara mana saka vanhu vazhinji vakutoti aiya hatichakubelieve.
All right. And does that make you feel any type of way, or you're just like watongozvijaira?
Andatongozvijaira cause ndo zvatoko.
All right. Back to the mbira. It would have been nice dai mbira yauya tanzwa vachiplaya, but unfortunately nanzwa kuti mbira irida kumbochunwa mbichana.
Yeah, it's true.
Right. So what is your favorite song to play pa mbira?
The favorite song yandinofarira playa pambira inonzi vamudhara vapfeka manyatera.
Okay. Now I'm going to ask you to sing the song just so that we have like an imagination of what that song sounds like.
Okay. Vamudhara vapfeka manyatera, doro mari nzwepise mune mari aye. Vamudhara makapfeka manyatera, kodoro mari nzwepise mune mari aye. Tomtevera mambo aye, tomtevera mambo aye, tomtevera mambo aye, tomtevera mambo aye. Vamudhara makapfeka manyatera, kodoro mari nzwepise mune mari aye. Vamudhara makapfeka manyatera, kodoro mari nzwepise mune mari imi tomtevera mambo aye, tomtevera mambo tomtevera mambo isu tomutevera mambo.
You're a great singer. So now let's talk about the singing.
Oh yeah.
You said how old were you when you started singing? 9 as well.
9 years old.
Right. Do you remember how that started? You know, every moon we sanoimba.
Yeah.
But iwewe, how did you then know kuti panapa inini ma pitch ne ma notes ndinorowa?
I started to sing ndiri muchechi. Tatori muchechi. So kwamureva kunoitwa zvekunzi ma-presentation. And then one day ndakanyora so that I want to do a presentation. I want to sing for my Lord. And then I went there. Ndikaimba. Ndakatozonzwa ndega saka ndinotoimba.
You felt it in your soul.
Yeah, I felt it. And wherever I go pandinoimba vanoti unoimba zvekutoti vanhu vazhinji vanonziva nekuita sei nekuimba.
Right. And what is your favorite song to sing?
Oh, my favorite song to sing inonzi Yeshua ya GUC, Minister GUC.
Is that also your favorite song to listen to?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is my favorite song.
Minister GUC.
Yeah.
So where do you see yourself going with the singing? Is that actually with the whole music? Because you can play your mbira and sing like Chiwoniso, we had Mbuya, Stella Chiweshe, we have Felinandi, she's another great mbira player. Do you see yourself doing something along those lines, or you have other plans?
I can say I can see myself doing those things, but I want to go to what we call Britain Has Got Talent. I want to reach there so that I can show them that I'm there.
Yes.
I'm there. Yes. Disability does not mean inability. We can also do it.
All right. So Shalom is going to Britain Has Got Talent. All right. Okay, now let's talk about public speaking.
Yeah.
You said you started public speaking also at 9.
Yeah.
Shakatanga say this. I know it started at Murewa High School, but why is it that you will utonge wango nzi pese parikudiwa kuitwa chinu tora Shalom?
No, public speaking, it was like in 2014 grade 1 ipapo.
Yeah.
Ndopakauya varungu pachikoro pedu vainzi vaibva kuUnited States of America. So zvikanzi toda mwana anoitira speech anoatambira. And then I still remember takapiwa 3 vatanoita speech dzekuti takatonovatambira. And then pandakaita that speech, vanhu vakatoti zvaunongonotogona nayo, and I was trying handitogonewo, but it's just nachitongozama.
So I what I'm getting from your story is that you're this person who, you know, if you don't try, you don't succeed.
Yeah.
But it also seems like every time you try, you succeed. What's that about? Is that a natural thing that you do? Does it come naturally to you?
It's like kushingirira. It's a gift from God.
Okay.
That's all I can say.
All right. And recently you won the provincial competition for public speaking.
Yeah.
What was your topic about?
The topic was, I'm a child, not a wife.
All right. And I don't know, do you still remember that speech or you can give us bits and pieces if you don't like remember it word for word?
I still remember it.
All right. Saka chimbotpewa speech yakaita uti munhu anzi awina provincial and the next step is the nationals, right? We'll talk about that.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You know what an opportunity we have, because today is the day that we must let it go. Just imagine opening a diary full of pains. Oish, a child crying, I am a child, not a wife. Meanwhile, let me aspire to inspire before I expire the words of wisdom that transpire when I respire. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I answer to the name Shalom Chiuriri, and it is my singular honor to stand before you to address a critical issue that affects us all. I am a child, not a wife. Sitting in silence, I open the pages of yesterday when I see an uncle crawling under the bed sheets of a niece. Only a 15-year-old girl child. She is now pregnant. And I ask myself, why? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, I heard a whisper inside my head which says, culture. All because of culture. A girl was considered as a wife. For the sake of culture, a girl was supposed to bear most children in the community and nothing else mattered. But here are the days I stand on my ground. I open the pages of today and tomorrow saying I am a child, not a wife. Education is what I want to seek. I want to be committed for my results, not for bearing most children in the community. This is the 21st century. Hey, girls, wake up and smell the coffee. I am a child, not a wife. Forever, backward, never. I am a child, not a wife. This I thank you.
Ooh, that is... Maoko. That is wonderful. I can see why you won that provincial competition. How many people were you going against?
There were 9.
Or rather, how many schools?
9. There were 9 schools.
9 schools, 9 people. And then you took that.
Yeah.
And now because you won provincial public speaker.
Yeah.
Which province is this, by the way?
Mashonaland East.
Mashonaland East. The next step is that makwenda ku national competition.
All right.
Are you ready? Are you prepared? Are you scared?
Don't worry, I'm not scared.
Okay. So you are definitely going to win that one, right?
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
So what happens after you are crowned like best public speaker in the nation? What happens then? What's the next step?
It is to motivate others.
Yeah.
Kungovadzidzisa kuti zvinhu zvinoitwawo so for the next generation child, because tiri kutoenda tichitoita tichitosiya tichitoenda kuti vari kumashure kwedu vaite sei vazive kuti zvinhu izvi zvinogoneka izvi.
Yeah. And how do you prepare your but then I feel like you're always ready because panatongo kuti tichiro speech watoita, but how do you prepare to speak before a crowd?
You know, I don't write any speech. I don't write any scripture. Ndinongofunga nemusoro.
And then
ndotongoita kana pastage ndikatonzi chakati ndotongoita ipapo ndozvanditori handitonyori scripture. I never ever.
So you do like impromptu speeches every time?
Yes, even pakanzi pane competition I will never write any speech. Ndinongopiwa topic and then I'll say it's okay, I'll deal with it.
So I think we'll give you a topic at the end of the show, right?
Okay.
All right. And you also served as Member of Parliament for Murewa constituency.
Yeah.
How old were you when this happened?
I was 18 years.
Okay. And how did you end up as MP?
Yeah.
Honorable. Talk to me about being member of parliament for Murewa constituency.
Yeah, being a member of parliament of Murewa North constituency. At first, I didn't accept it. I said, no, it's not me. Shalom, no, maybe someone else. And then after a month, that's when I said, no, I'm a member of parliament. So when I was elected to be the junior member of parliament, chandakataura inini ndikati because ndinoziva kwandogara ndichiziva kuti vamwe vanhu vane disability vanotsikirirwa. So I told myself kuti no, I'm going to fight for discrimination. I'm going to fight against discrimination.
Yes.
Ndichitoti no, hakuna zvakadaro. I want to stand for others. Anditi.
Yes.
So ndakazviudza kuti inini zvandatotwa member of parliament ndofanira kumirira vamwe. Vamwe vanozviti ukatwa member of parliament unofanira kuita pride, no, unofanira kutaura nevamwe. No. Ini ndinototaura nawo vasingatoda kutotaura neni, ini ndinotokumhoresa chero nemwoyo kasada undidaira. That's what I do.
Okay. All right. And being member of parliament, that means you're now in a leadership role.
Yeah.
What did that experience yakuva an MP teach you about being a leader?
It taught me a lot of things. Boost my confidence. In confidence, I'm public speaking maestro, but nansina confidence dzakunyanya nzizozo dzakazotanga kuya panga nda member of parliament.
Okay.
So zvakandidzidzisa kuva neconfidence because ndenda kutera pamberi pevanhu vakawandisa.
Yeah.
And then zvakandidzidzisa kuti a leader should be resilient. A leader anofanira kunge munhu akatosimba chaizvo.
Yeah.
Ini ndirimuna kuti kare ndaiti ndikachemedzwa ndikandodenwa ndaitochema, but pandakaita a leader ndakazoti no, I'm a leader. I must stand firm. So zvakanzisa zvakawanda, to be self-resilient nekuve confidence. Izvozvo ndozvo zvakanzisa pandakaita leader.
Right. Thank you so much. And you mentioned kuti pawangari in parliament iwewe, you said that you made sure that you were going to stand up for the rights of persons with disabilities.
Yeah.
So just so maybe we have an appreciation of it, what kind of challenges do persons with disabilities, particularly students who are visually impaired, face?
Point number one, in schools, they face discrimination. Discrimination is all over. Irikwese discrimination.
Like, sorry, just so I understand, discrimination is it fellow students? Is it teachers? What? And when you say discrimination, what exactly is happening?
Okay.
Yeah.
Discrimination irikubva both sides. Right. Kuvana, discrimination noya pakuti. Panonzi kana kuti ngatite group discussions nevanhu vari visually impaired. Vamwe vanotota kukusarudza vasingade kuita nemi. Anditi. Yato discrimination. Pakanzi vanhu famba ine vanhu vari visually impaired. Unogona kuona kuti vanhu vari sighted vanofamba vega pamwe pacho. Vosiya vari visually impaired vachifamba vega. Itori discrimination iyi. Zvafanana neni pekutanga pandakaitwa member of parliament. Handini ndatone command. Pekutanga tomboona kuti vanhu vatokuteerere zvekuti vanoda kunzi vabhunga. Itori discrimination, but vamwe vanenge vari sighted vaya vanokwanisa kuona kuti ambongera ndiani. Hapana discrimination yaitwa anokwanisa kutovapanisha. Zvine nini zvakandipa machallenges akati and then tobva tatarisa kuma-teachers inogona iri discrimination pakuti vamwe vana havanyatsowa accept zvakanaka muclass total participation yacho ishoma pachikoro pekuda ngonzi vanononge vanhu vari disability vasipo.
Okay.
Yeah, ndozviriko muzvikoro.
Right. I understand. So, for those who are watching, what can we as families, what can I as Aisha do better to support my family member who's a student with a disability?
Oh, I'm urging you all kuti vana vane disability imimi sevabereki sevadzidzisi sevamwe vana provide the counseling, love, caring, zvese muchivasapota because takangofanana at the end, we're all created in the image of God. Ukada kudadira mumwe auzoti mangwaneyo uripi ndo pane nyaya yedu. Saka ngatingobatane zvedu zvakanaka. Iye anombozvida kuti aite sei ave zvaari izvozvo. You may never know kuti tomorrow uchange wakaita sei. So ngatibatane zvakanaka. And then ndinokurudzira futi kuti mudzimba matinogara kwese kwatinoenda tinge tichiudzana zvakakoshera disability. Tati pass in a discrimination.
Okay, and Pangashta's speech, I was listening and I was like, okay, we're all about girl child empowerment.
Yeah.
And what challenges do girls in your community face?
Girls in my community, early pregnancies.
Yeah,
early pregnancy, and this is caused due to poverty. So muma areas mekuti vana vari kubva from poor backgrounds pai vamwe vana vasisina zvekuita vakutongoswera vachimitiswa anga vasisina zvekuita futi vakamitiswa mukomana chongonotongora mboti asi mwana wangu satono zvikutopa vanhu madambudziko akawanda, and then ndo zvakutokonzeresa to drug and substance abuse. Ndo zvakukonzeresa kuti zvite vanhu vazhinji vatore madrugs, even including nemagirls.
Yeah. And then it's it's very important for us to educate the girl child about all these things. But from your experience and the community that you have served, that is Murewa constituency, why is it important for us to have the girl child being educated?
It is important for us to have the girl child being educated. Nekuti girls, you don't know one thing. There's this motto, yatinoti susu. The integrity of the nation lies in the girl child. The integrity of the nation lies in the girl child. Meaning that girls were the ones who are going to rule the world tomorrow. We are going to be the lily bars of tomorrow. So isusu, we need to be educated so that we can lead this world and it. Trukutaroti mazuano zvinhu zviri kunetsa pane zvinonzi magirls hatonge chichichi varume ndo vane power. No, stand for ourselves. Isusu tikadzidza tikave nemacertificates edu ndo zvatinotoratidza kuti we can rule. Mukomana changonotedzete certificate reacademic asi ndinaro ndo zvinotoratidza kuti I have power more than you.
All right, thank you so much, Shalom. Before I let you go, pane a few things that I want to pick your brain on. What motivates you to keep going even when the odds are against you, things are difficult, but Shalom keeps going. Shalom akanyora grade 7 yake akapasa. Shalom akanyora form 4 yake akapasa. Izvezvi she's getting ready to take her A-level exams, and I'm quite sure that you're going to pass. Yeah, so what keeps you going?
What keeps me going? Is praying. Praying and reading the Bible. When I take my studies, I use what I call PR cubic. PR cubic stands for pray, read, recall, and revise. That's what I do. And I read the Bible verses that can help me.
All right. And who are your role models in this life?
My role models?
Yeah.
My role models is Uncle Ja Praiser.
Okay.
Uncle Ja Praiser and my father. Yeah, and my father.
Right. So where do you see yourself in 10 years? I know you said you're going to go to Britain Has Got Talent, but what is Shalom doing in 10 years' time? Is she somewhere as a member of parliament, serving as a minister? Is she maybe the president of Zimbabwe? What's happening with Shalom in 10 years' time?
I'm doing arts, FRS history and heritage studies. My mission, I want to be a lawyer. So I want to start law.
Okay.
In 10 years' time, I'll be a lawyer, wearing a black dust coat, walking on a red carpet.
Okay.
Having an assistant.
Yes.
Going to court and to solve some issues, That is Shalom.
Yeah. So what kind of law do you want to do? Do you want to do like criminal law, constitutional law? Do you see yourself specializing, or that's still something you're deciding on?
No, I want to do the criminal law.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And what's the biggest lesson that life has taught you so far?
The biggest lesson.
Yeah.
Life taught me that I must be resilient. Resilient.
You must
And
be resilient.
I must always pray to God.
So, Shalom, how do you balance your life? You're an A-level student who's taking your exams this year. You are doing all these public speaking competitions. You are right now. I'm sure you're even preparing to go for your nationals next term. You're a dancer. You love to sing. You need to practice your mbira. You have your leadership roles. Kumba futhi avazongosiye Shalom angori Shalom afana utoti batsira kusuka ma-plates pamba anditi. How are you balancing all this?
You know, unenge wakutozvimanage wega utoti kana ndiri kuchikoro most of the times obvious mabooks kandiwa anototanga pamberi.
Yeah.
Public speaking panotonzwa public speaking ini sezvandambotaura kuti handinyore speech ndasiyana nevamwe kuti ukanzi public speaking akuda kutonyora speech omboita nguva yekupractiza yekurihesa paipai. No, inini ndinotongoitira ipapo and then kana zvazvembira zvangonziwo zvembira nguva iyoyo ndotongoitawo otherwise kana yangu yemastudies angu handichinje nguva.
All right. And finally, I said I would ask you to give us a speech at the end, right?
Yeah.
I want you to just give a message to every young person who's listening, who's watching you right now. It could be about anything. You're a motivational speaker, so I know you can do this. Let's go.
Attention to the nation before I mention my presentation. Fellow Zimbabweans, fellow people all over the world, Shalom Chiuriri. I am here to leave a message, to leave a word that you must carry from one place to another, from one country to another. Stay safe, stay tuned. Please fight against discrimination. Fight against stigmatization. Disability does not mean inability. We, because you are. I am because you are. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. Thank you for your support. I rest my case.
Thank you so much, Shalom. And to you, our viewers, thank you so much for supporting us here on the Genius Kids. I am your host, Aisha Nyanzunda. Join me again, same time next week for more of these insightful and inspiring conversations with our young geniuses. And remember, if you are a parent or a guardian to a child who's extraordinarily talented or is doing something extraordinary in their communities, then please get in touch with us on 0713 107 554. 0713 107 554. That is my direct number, guys. Please don't call me unless you can't help it. Join me again, same time next week. I am Aisha Nyanzunda. For now, it's goodbye.